Hey guys, Major Frenchie, welcome. Last part 5. This one is basically the end of our project. We're going to kind of edit the loading screen, add some our name on the loading table, also the image, and finally the publishing of the table and the code, so we can all enjoy the hard work that we've put in this table. First thing I will do is to modify the loading screen images. The reason for this is, well, number one, I like doing that. Number two is that typically the author, they made that for desktop users, so we have a cabinet, so we're gonna kind of change the format of the image for cabinet. But I'm gonna apply a bunch of effects to it. Like I like playing around with the images, so that's what the image is gonna look like. We kind of modified that in Photoshop. So once we are happy with the image, we save it, and then we're going to import it in the table. We're going to go to table, we're going to go to the texture manager, and in here you just click the import button, and then you're going to point to your image. It has to be a .jpeg, by the way, and we're going to select the image, remember the name, and then we're going to and at the bottom, there's a loading picture. We're going to select the image we just imported, and we're going to click OK, save the table, and we're going to give it a shot, and we're going to launch it. Now we're going to go to the DOFconfig tool now. Remember all the code we put in for the addressable LED on the right side, which is the candidate, the personal side. Well, we're going to make that config public. So everyone that updates their config file will get the code automatically. At the bottom, there's submit for public consideration. I'm going to talk about this in a few sec, but this is the information you will put in. So when people get the email, as you're probably getting when there's a new update, this is the information that's going to be included in the email. So new DOFLinx effects for Jungle Girl, and then you can put details as to what your specific effects are for. So I'm going to say it's for future pinball, and that the new table is coming out soon. And I'm going to submit, and it's going to go for a revision by the VP Universe staff, and it will be publicly available. Now, here's the caveat for the submit for public consideration. Guys, if you want to update an existing DOF config, make the changes to the candidate or your own version only. Don't click for public consideration unless it's your own code for a table that does not have DOF yet. So this is the email. Once it gets approved, this is the email that everybody gets saying that there's a new update, and then it basically says the config description that I just put in there. And then once it's approved, if you go to the table config, you'll see that under Jungle Girl, we will have the code on the left side as well, which means that anyone updating their DOF config file will have the effect that I've put in. So here's the process for it. Now we're going to publish the table. I'm going to show you how to publish it to PinSim DB and Pinball Nirvana, which are basically the go-to places for future pinball tables. Look at people's tables, how they put their description, and then you will learn from that. But basically, you just submit a new table on the right here, and it will prompt you the form, and then you select the platform, the collection. You just put the title and so on. So the title for this and the table version, it's a 1.1. Do not change the table version, guys. It's for the author of the table, but I'm going to add DOFLinx in bracket. And the tag I'm going to add cabinet. I'm going to add DOFLinx, and I'm going to add BAM. Here is actually for the version, the previous version. We don't have 1.1, but we're going to put 1.0 here, and we're going to add it. And the next box is for authors. So we always want, of course, give credit to the authors. So we're going to look for, there was Blue, that was a part of this, and there was Shiva. So we're going to add Shiva as an author. Click add, and it will see on the right side the names are here now. And when you actually publish the table, these are going to be the name of the authors. Table description, you might want to kind of use some of the of the description that the original author put in to make it like a complete description. I'm just showing you an example here. I'm not going to physically publish the table from the tutorial, but this is what you put in there. And you can add information. For example, I usually add the link for the people to download DOFLinx. If you have special instructions that you need to put specific files somewhere, that's a good place to put it. Next is the images. Now you'll see there's a drop down for a playfield for the back glass and so on. So you will update the images for the publication of the table. The next tab is the download, your zip file. You will pick it from here. If it doesn't fit, I forgot what the limitation is. I think it's 200 megabyte. I can't remember. But if you got to put it on mega or something, that's where you would put it, is in the link section. And finally, at the bottom are the, your comments on the table. The next place we're going to go to is Pinball Nirvana. So this is where Shiva's originally published is 1.1 version, which is the table that we've used for the mod. So then what you're going to do is you're going to submit a new download. Now you're going to have to look in the resource section under Future Pinball Original, or Future Pinball, whatever your table is. And you're going to see on the right side, there is a submit resource. So these are all the tables that were previously published by the different authors. So then we're going to add ours in there. So click the add resource button. And in here, you have same thing. Like just follow the the title, put the different description, add your revision number, like the version number of the table, the images, and then you can click to add the download file, and then you are set. Once you submit that, it's going to be going through the revision process by staff of Pinball Nirvana, and then you will get a notification when the table is published. So, guys, here's the end of episode number 5. This has been a long series of how to code a future pinball table using DOFLinx. It's now, guys, public records. You can refer back to the older episodes that I have, and you can actually add force feedback and addressable LEDs to your own table or table that has not been done with DOFLinx, and make it your own creation. Big shout out to Shiva. Thanks a lot, man, for the feedback while I was doing the series. There was, it's always nice to work with the author, and you can get some pointers as to how to do something specific in the code. I will leave you guys with some gameplay for Jungle Girl version 1.1 made by Shiva with DOFLinx mod by Major Frenchie. See you around.
Jungle Girl.
multi-ball.